Hello everyone and welcome back to another very exciting chess game from the history of chess. So in this chess game we have the legend Karl Schlechter with the white pieces, one of the important attacking chess players from the late 19th century of chess, and for many people he was basically the uncrowned world chess champion, a very strong chess player. So his opponent was Jakob Bendiner, who was the training partner of Karl Schlechter and one of the founding members of the Chess Club of Vienna. So let's see what happened in this chess game from 1893, a notable chess game. So Schlechter starts the game with e4. We have the French defense, and this is the Schlechter variation of the French defense. So Schlechter is playing his own variation. Maybe this was a novelty at the time. Knight to f6, developing the pieces, exchanging. So this is something like the delayed exchange variation of the French defense. So castling, bishop to g4, bishop to g5, c6, knight back. And yesterday I showed a very nice chess game of Louis Paulsen, and in this chess game he did the same idea actually. So in this position Schlechter is welcoming his opponent. He says, please be my guest and capture my knight and open the g-file and make my day. So damage the pawn structure, but then his plan is going to be simple: king to h1, rook to g1, and building up a very strong attacking position, building his pieces around the king side. His pieces are going to get closer to the king, and finally, after wrecking the pawn cover in front of the king, checkmating the king. Caveman's plan, but simple and effective. So we have seen a similar plan by Louis Paulsen in the chess game that I showed in yesterday. So this is why I'm showing this chess game, because I think you can also try the same idea in your chess games as well if your opponent is not very strong. So black goes for it, captures on f3 and damages the pawn structure, and it looks very wrong for white. It looks wrong, we can say that. Maybe this is against the general principles of chess, but you can see that white is building up an attacking position. So in this position black didn't want to give up his bishop with capturing the knight, because white can still open some files. Maybe this time capturing the bishop with the h-pawn, and then king to g2 and rook over to g1. And you can see that this time the h-file is going to be dangerous. So we have queen to c7 and simply rook to g1 as planned. So king over, knight in, and then rook to g8. You can see that Schlechter is giving up the h-pawn as well. Extremely aggressive. So if bishop takes, actually in this position bishop takes on h2 is possible, but then simply rook to g2 and the h-file is also going to be open. So sacrificing a pawn, but black didn't accept it. We have rook to g8 and queen to d2, knight to h5, rook to g4. So bringing the big guns out, rook over and placing the other rook on g1 as well, creating a battery on the g-file. And white also has some flexible choices, such as rook to h4. So white has a very flexible position. We have rook over and then simply rook to h4, both attacking the knight and aiming the king. So we have defending the knight and then rook over by Karl Schlechter. And he also doesn't care about losing this pawn. Not right now, but he offered this pawn more than once, I believe. So of course not right now because the rook is defending. So we have g6 and then simply capturing the knight with check. Okay, so after g6 you can see that this weakens the dark squares. So bishop takes, knight takes, and then queen to g5. And capturing the knight is not possible because of queen takes knight, so we have rook to e6. If capturing the knight, of course this is getting checkmated, there is no defense. So we have rook to e6 and then Schlechter played rook from g to g4. Before showing what happens if knight takes rook, I think in this position if knight moves, well, I can see a very simple checkmate, check, and then checkmate. There is no defense. So basically, this is by not moving the knight. we have rook to e6 defending, and this is a pretty difficult position to hold on. So I think white has the superior position. And then rook from g to g4, and we have bishop to f8 defending the dark squares. Well, if knight takes rook, what happens then? Okay, rook takes on h7, kaboom. Because if king takes, then we have check like this. Okay, knight is defending, but after checking the king, the only defense is this. And then capturing the knight, check, mate. There is no defense. Beautiful. So in this position, we have bishop to f8. And it is white to move. Can you see the forced checkmate in this position? It is white. It is white's turn. White to move and win. Gets the forced checkmate. Schlechter played. Are you ready? Queen takes knight, check, and we have rook takes on f6. Why did he sacrifice the queen? Because of this. Boom. King takes, and then boom, and then check, mate. Incredible. And in this position, after queen takes on f6, bishop to g7 also doesn't work because of the same idea. Rook takes, rook check, and then rook takes bishop, checkmate. But in the real chess game, we have seen this. And this is the only move, and getting checkmated. Okay, so what do you think about this amazing chess game? So I hope to see you next time. Take care, and bye-bye.